Are you familiar with have you read the TGA non-clinical evaluation report?
Yes, I have.
You have? Oh, that's nice to know, because a lot of the government officials haven't. But you'll be familiar on page 19 that they optimised the codon sequence in the mRNA strand to increase the expression of the spike protein. Now, I was always told that vaccines were attenuated to give you, i.e. weakened, to give you a smaller dose or a lesser, toxic dose of the virus, not a strengthened dose. Why, if you're trying to develop a vaccine, would you make the vaccine, the concentration and the expression of the pathogenic part, i.e. the spike protein, stronger, not weaker? Does that make sense to you from the point of view, knowing, and I'll just add in the point that there's also this vaccine used two lipids, ALC 0159 and 0315, which was designed to increase the transfection potency of the vaccine. So there's two questions here. Why would you, A, make a vaccine that's stronger? And then why would you make a vaccine that can enter any organ of the body, not just an organ with an ACE receptor, which is what the virus could do? So this is more pathogenic, more infectious, including the heart, which I presume myocarditis is caused by the spike protein entering heart muscle. So two questions there, if you don't mind.
Thank you. So I would emphasise that at the time of the introduction of mRNA vaccines into the market, there was very little in print really delving deeply into the multiple new aspects of the vaccine, and some of that which was published was misleading. For instance, that the vaccine would simply stay as an intramuscular injection and operate from that site, or perhaps moving into the lymph nodes, etc. We now know, as you said, that the lipid nanoparticle disseminates and therefore carries the mRNA and other nucleotide contaminants into cells all around the body. So it has the capacity to be introduced to organs which one would not expect to be exposed to a protein such as the spike protein. You mentioned pseudomethyluridine, the way in which the synthetic mRNA was modified to prolong its duration. That led to an unknown of how long would this spike protein be produced. We know there were many assurances that it would only be produced for a few days, but in many independent peer-reviewed articles we find examples of spike protein which is vaccinal and not viral, persisting months, and in one case 200 days. So these are things which I feel were not really represented to the medical public well. You mentioned myocarditis in your question, and it's a complex pathogenesis, but it does appear that it is the result of spike protein being expressed in the tissue of the heart and then provoking both an injury and a secondary autoimmune injury. But that raises a point that all organs that might be affected by presumed or suspected vaccine injuries can actually be studied with simple techniques to see whether in fact the spike protein has been produced as a result of vaccination. And by the same token, there are protocols for ensuring that that's not the virus. And so that's something which could have, I think, brought more clarity to what we've seen.
Yeah, thank you very much for that.
Authorised G. Rennick People First Chermside.